here. It's going to be a blast. Atlanta FaZe taking on the New York Subliners. Both of these teams have had totally different paths to get to this point. For the New York Subliners, right? They've started off in the elimination bracket. They've got the revenge. They've knocked out team after team after team. And they've been striving to try to get to the same point out of which they started this season. On the other side for Atlanta FaZe, it's our most successful franchise in CDL history.
You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, but I'm now evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man. I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
No fear, sweet clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast, I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have
they've taken the stage and they've been here before. And so,
I feel like
as
the
the other team that we're about
you
to
can move
introduce,
on
the New York
fast.
Subliners,
It
as we
makes me
said,
sad.
have
You
been
can
on a
change your
historic
brain,
run
I'm
to the elimination
I've
bracket.
done
They
it
are right now
before, man, I'm
15
not
and 2 in
perfect.
mixed and trying to improve on it yet again. Toronto, it's time to stay clear as we make way for the New York Subliners.
Can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and
HyDra,
I won't look back ever again.
and Priestahh, the New York Subliners. Stand clear as they make their way to the stage. They are in a grand final. This is the New York Subliners. Everybody has been popping off for the squad. This is a matchup where they have dominated the response. We're talking 9-3 on the year. And guess what? HyDra is in MVP form. But Priestahh has a 1.5 against Atlanta FaZe in Hardpoint. That's the man who's going to take over this series if they're going to take it. Looking for that trophy? Let's get it kicked off, Lando. It's about that time, Toronto. It's about that time. Listen, right as we get ready for this, I need to know where the crowd is at. I need to know who we're cheering for here in Toronto, okay? We're going to start things off. Who thinks Atlanta FaZe is going to walk away with this? Better than what I expected. All right, who thinks that New York is going to walk away with Major 5? I think the fans are in favor of the Subliners. It's our final major of the season, and it's time to kick this one off. We send it over now to Miles and Chance. Have a good one, guys.
Oh, we will, Lando. If there's one thing you can count on, Chance tonight is to pleasure ourselves, and this is going to be an absolute treat for all to be seen, to behold. Chance, we've got a great series on our hands, brother. It's going to be a real treat. We've got two teams at the top of their game. The map counts are all great. FaZe are looking fantastic. New York have just beaten the piss out of the entire league just to get here.
Yeah, they've eliminated almost quite literally half the league at this point, and both teams have just been on a murderous rampage. Like anyone that's watched this entire event, it has been 3-0 after 3-0 after 3-0. Barely any competition, only like 2 or 3 games now that gone to a map 5, and these are two teams that have laid waste to almost every single team that they have played. I know on the side of New York, right, it was Toronto. That actually was the only team to test them and knock them down. Well, they got their revenge. They got to the grand finals, and against Atlanta FaZe, it is a map set and a half that we are going to be squaring up on. You do a FaZe who they wanted it early. The embassy to go against the New York Subliners in the hotel to follow it up. 2 of New York's best maps. FaZe, oh, they want to set that tone quick.
FaZe happy to square up on this one. We are, of course, playing for that absolutely beautiful trophy, center stage. What a mighty nut these teams have had to crack to get to this point. FaZe, not so much in their journey, Chance. They had to take down a few tough teams, but no one really pushed them to the limit. The New York Subliners, it was only Toronto Ultra to really give them a strong hand, and now they find themselves in fine form here in our grand finals. Let's get this show on the road. First and foremost, Embassy Hardpoint.
And this is going to be a map that I think is going to answer a lot of questions for us, because in the head-to-head matchup, you have New York Subliners with a 7-1 record in Hardpoint against Atlanta FaZe. That has been Atlanta's struggle point this entire year. As of this stage, though, Atlanta 10-1. They have been godlike. Let's see if Atlanta can take down HyDra.
Here we go into Hardpoint. First to 250 seconds. That bad boy moves once a minute, and our teams know where they're going to go. So far, so good for FaZe.
I mean, great for the kills, and now sort of great for the time. They do flip them out pretty quickly, and well, that means you got a battle for the back. Simp ready for it, already getting a couple trades. Opening salvos can really set the tone, and as expected, 50-50.
50-50 so far. Oh dear. Simp at range like that, it's a terrifying prospect. Final form is on the horizon for one half of the Terrors. Just about 20 seconds to go here on P1. So far, not a whole lot of time gained, but that's not a problem. It's P2, the second hard point here on Embassy, low right-hand side of the minimap. That's what we're aiming for.
These are important gunfights as well. So Simp, he has been roaming around P2 this entire time. It's doubled up pressure towards the back, but the ARs for FaZe right now getting in the mix. Cellium, he has found his home on this trunk, and well, Skyz, he's found his home as well. But that is 2 ARs. Guns up, or maybe aiming for the feet. New angles abound, but Skyz can't stay alive. Atlanta FaZe, clean house, starting to collect that time.
Now, of course, New York Subliners coming into this series off of 2 very hot series. FaZe have been backstage warming up, and they have not skipped a beat whatsoever. A nice 20-ish point lead to get themselves going here. Simp trying to stay alive. KiSMET on the approach. He has played great all tournament long to see if he can keep it up here in the finals.
That's a beautiful time for Spree coming out of Kiz, and that might set you up for, honestly, the final 30 seconds of scrap. I know Simp is rotating around and trying to be a distraction, and in the meantime, Atlanta FaZe maybe over-rotate to fight for ult. You see where the spawns are coming through, so yes, 18 seconds is wonderful time to get. However, New York, they want to change this into a full 60. Priestahh already with that AC control, which did not last long.
FaZe now on the approach towards the next hard point, and Subliners have been absolutely obliterated. Cellium from upstairs now, eyes on towards New. Simp has the inside cover. HyDra dealt with, no problem, no questions asked. Spree's now abound, and oh my, KiSMET off the ladder straight into the fray, but Cellium and fantastic coverage from FaZe. Hard point theirs.
I mean, right now, you actually need New York just to start getting some kills. Skyz 0-6, not ideal for this start. A bunch of solo chows, and you are just climbing up the ladder into death. KiSMET, unless he can pop a 2-piece, nothing's gonna happen for you, but there's the Bulldog with a little bit of action. Does not last long. Atlanta FaZe so far on Embassy, they have not broken a sweat.
Trophy's working hard here to keep FaZe alive and kicking here in the third hard point of our map. Trophy's now gone. Here come the nades. Simp, though, has the coverage up close. Oh, my word. The gunfights that boy's taken. Eventually, he's going to win 1 or 2 of them. 65 and climbing now for Atlanta FaZe. It's first to 250.
That's good movement out of Slasher as well, just to get towards the back. You take down HyDra. You try to lock down these back spawns, and with the final kill on Priestahh, well, you're going to get them. You just got most of the scrap time. You have a 60-point lead, and now you're potentially winning this rotation. If not for Skyz to heat up, and, well, now the pressure is on. It does not last long. HyDra, last man standing. He's going to be in between the entire team of FaZe.
Yeah, there's one. HyDra can't get a second. Cellium, beautiful shots on the approach to the hard point. FaZe, full control. Subliners trying to get close to Cellium. Absolute sublime gun skill. His spree finally comes to a close. Skyz, who has had a very slow map so far, Chance 2 and 8. But you've got yourself presence on the point, and this is time for the Subliners.
Yeah, 2 kills, and this is the 4th hill, so that's not going to be acceptable at all with Cellium and Simp shooting like they are. I mean, you have Atlanta FaZe the entire tournament. Their worst KD is a 1.28 overall. The kills have been flowing, but there you go. Finally, a moment for New York to breathe. They get the scrap time, final 15 seconds, and plenty of time to push up and work the rotation.
Simp and Cellium for Atlanta FaZe, slaying their hearts out. One of the defining factors of their hardpoint wins has been the kills department. They're keeping that production up, certainly. Here in this embassy, aBeZy seemingly unstoppable. Over towards Kitchen we now go. Very small hard point. Some machine gun players very happy in here.
And this is, the first time Simp's actually stepped foot in the hill. So on the year, he's been the main guy collecting time, but now it's a rarity to see him near the point. He does get cleaned out there, and York find the break on P5. This is where the SMGs start to get super mixy. Unfortunate for Skyz, wrong gun for the job, just gets chopped down at FaZe. They just pull you. That is 4 down, and well, HyDra tip of the spear right now doesn't have a lot of help.
Oh, there's one. Making moves. We're over 100 points for FaZe. HyDra finds 2. Can he get number 3? No. Teamwork from FaZe there. Communication on point as is usual. 20 seconds to go here on Kitchen. FaZe locking it down.
I mean, they're just being bullies right now. And again, on the head-to-head matchup, this is the 5th time these two teams have met. Simp, though, against New York, only a 0.9. And we see how good he has been throughout this stage. And if he's the guy that's heating up for FaZe, they might just look unstoppable. And that's how they look on aBeZy if aBeZy's shooting like that.
Well, his 5 streak comes to a close. New streaks for him. 121 to 57. Subliners not really able to get anything going. We've finished our first set of hard points. Into the second we now go.
And there is not a single hill that New York Subliners have really been able to come out on top of. Out-rotated, out-slayed, outgunned, and for the time being, outmatched in HyDra. Times like that, you think it gets the magic 2-piece. Nope, that's going to be Simp locking it down as you are still just battling to get that P1 time. But for Atlanta, there's always a player in position. You just simply cannot survive on the hill.
Very similar looks to what we saw the first time round. Neither team able to get too productive over here by the first hard point. aBeZy though kills. Oh, there we go. Skyz getting things going. That's what we want to see. He just got himself a cruise missile from absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, he had 2 kills on the first 4 hills, so that is absolutely the player for New York that needs to heat up and might be choosing the right moment. You even got HyDra with the tack in hand to try to lock down this P2. This is the best setup in the best moment New York have had this entire map. They got the stranglehold on P2. All bases covered. Let's see how much time they can get.
Subliners now shooting the other foot. Will they start kicking? FaZe, very slow approach towards the hard point. Trophies down. Subliners are set on the defense. Slasher might be the tip of the spear. Here we go. In he sends it. Skyz, good coverage. HyDra there with the kills. aBeZy next up towards the point. Good trades once again. HyDra versus Cellium. Subliners win the battle. Subliners will have the time.
And it might be scattered just a little bit. You lose a few seconds, but the hold is strong. And HyDra, you had the tack in hand, and he goes on a 4 spree there to protect his teammates. And I mean, now FaZe, last-ditch attempt, but they've already fed 1 cruise missile. And I know cruises aren't effective, but if you get a second, you can start to make plays. And you have Cellium, he wants to fight for these final 20 seconds. But I think New York, they're just going to get it. They have a stranglehold on it. They're going to wait for the rotation. Probably that's the cruise.
HyDra, there's the cruise. Number 2 for the New York Subliners. They take care of Cellium. A couple of seconds go their way. Lovely bounce back here. The Subliners far from finished here in map number 1.
I mean, open up the spawns and maybe call the cruise in. Players starting to get in position. HyDra's going to be down low. And that is a gunfight and a half. Final 2 players for FaZe are going to be actually on the hill. And KiSMET just waiting to make the move.
Here we go. It was top side. Good timing there from KiSMET. Great cleanup. That's the hard point break. New York Subliners with the time.
Didn't need the cruise missile at all. That is a clean wipe right there. And if HyDra's winning gunnies with the tack in hand from that close range, you know when he's got the Bance back out, well, he should be ready. But either way, the break is clean. That was a 70-point comeback. They've nearly made up for it.
FaZe have gone very quiet indeed. New York Subliners, finding kills left, right, and center while they're holding the point. Let's go for a quick listen in.
Top PD in orange, absolute. Last guy orange, he's gonna be Tetris, one shot. Orange still. I don't see him sign. Tetris or bathroom, watch your bathroom. Orange, I'll be dead. Don't have the back, Top PD, Slasher, last one. Yeah, I'm playing back. I'm playing tight, he's up top. I'm laying down this one, okay? Watch his shoot. I got stun. I have a trophy now. They're going H2. I'll be back door, Caesar. I'm watching his shoot. Back door right here, I hear back door. Yeah, I have H2. Another one top PD, 2 top PD. They went secret. They're all top. Back door, Paco, help us. Back door. One's gonna go down this one. No, H1, guys. And that's H2 dead. Nice one. Back door, weak. 2 weak back door. And then 2 Nice, weak back door off. Oh, he shot my left. Chairs nading his S1. Chairs and back door. Yeah, one minus one Asim. Asim, you want stun? Somebody. One back door with you. Yo, stun. Dead. He's laying down. Okay, H1 is dead. Nice, guys. Alright, good shit. Yo, I'm gonna go to mid. We should go to left. No. I have help left. I have a sub.
I'm telling you.
I'm pushing yo. They spawn out.
Watch out. Nice shit, too.
They spawn out.
Yo, Paco, clear corners here.
No. I'm pitching P1. This one behind us? Yes.
There's somebody behind us.
It took a New York minute, but the Subliners are right back in this one. Kills department time, you name it. HyDra flies in, and that was a little disappointing.
Well, the teamwork from FaZe has been on point, but Skyz can see through walls, and last man standing right now looks like he might just fall. It is a trade fest around P5, and Atlanta FaZe is going to come out on top. HyDra gets hot, Simp responds in kind.
The battle is not finished, though. We are still flying. Here we go. KiSMET can only get 2 out of the life, and aBeZy now back at it. There we go. What a series of trades inside Kitchen. FaZe with the lead. 25 remaining here. HyDra now through the back door. Cuts down 1. Here comes the second. Can he catch them out? And the boy is moving. aBeZy wins another big one. Trades again. Subliners in.
On point, man. These are just 2 big teams going at it, and how desperate you are to get this map 1 win. It has been a tournament of momentum. You need that early lead. Effectively tied up game after 2 sets of rotations, and the gunny on everybody has been hot.
There we go. Priestahh. 18-23. Slowest for his team right now. Skyz has pulled his stats right back, but the time for the Subliners has been brilliant. Third and final set of hard points are now upon. Oh, that was rough. Here we go in a big one.
That right gun for the job there, and that means Atlanta FaZe just surrounding the hill to keep New York out before they get back in position. And that battle for position, Skyz is on point with the FaZnev as well. All 8 players in the lobby, both weapons. It does not matter what they have. They're going to slay.
They are frying. People are now in the hands of the Subliners. Will they be able to get some time here? Any accrued at this point will be incredibly valuable. aBeZy, though, he and FaZe, they have full control of the P2 side of the map. That's going to be big. Over to the first we now go against Skyz. Great gunfight. Cell on the flank. Slasher in the feed as well. FaZe right back at it. Full control.
And Simp is always here in the back to try to get this truck control for P2s. So Simp always the man in position, but he's going to need some help. He's got pressure on Slasher. Maybe too many things to look at when Simp falls. Well, he's got to collect those pieces. It'll be Skyz by himself trying to buy time as you have Atlanta FaZe slowly building up on P2.
Skyz doesn't have any players near him. He does have this cruise missile. Here we go. A little gift from the Frencher. No, it's not the Statue of Liberty. It's a cruise. It connects. That should be an open point.
And now you actually have Skyz. He's kind of opening up the back with both those players for FaZe in the stairwell. So if FaZe ever jump towards time, Skyz should be there to slay. This is not going to be an easy situation for either team to collect this time. And it has been just remained empty. There is 28 seconds left on this game clock.
This one's going to go down to the wire. We're over 200 points for FaZe. They cannot win it here on P2. KiSMET trying to battle his way in. Can't get the 2-piece. Still FaZe collecting time. Second streak invested. Slasher clean up on the backside. Open hard point. You have to get in if you are New York.
I mean, this is going to come down to game clock as well. You're going to have to juggle so many things in these moments in map 1 of the grand finals. And even on that rotation, it is going to be close to a tied-up game. And KiSMET, he's got the help. A little bit of support, but that help is falling. Simp's going to be the guy next to him. Challenge, he takes him down.
That's why he's one of the greatest to ever do it. In the point, Simp may have just won his team the game. Wow, the time ticking in favor of FaZe. They could get off now and win it by time.
You have to get this break as well. If for New York, you do not have time to waste this one setup that you have. You got to make it clean. And as Simp strikes, so does HyDra. Last man standing on the 4 spree, taking Simp down.
The Phenom finally takes care of him. Slasher from upstairs. Can he get into the time now? 17.7 on the game clock. The Subliners can tie game here.
You are desperate to stay in this hill as well. FaZe just want to get you out. They don't have to get the time, but New York are going to get it. Simp's going to fall as well. We are going to be forced on a rotation, and again, that game clock. Good luck trying to keep track.
Eyes on who has the next point. aBeZy trying to clean house. Oh, he may have shot. He shot a little early. Final few moments of P3 closing out. aBeZy wins a fight on the stairwell. There's another one from Sim. You're in. This is a big moment now. Subliners have got to go absolutely wild.
And it's going to be Priestahh out the back and down low, but he gets hunted. Slasher beats him down, and now you're just going to get to 250 New York. This is it.
New York send it. Get him to the point. FaZe hold the line. Here comes KiSMET. As Sim guns are at the ready. He gets taken care of. There's the contest. FaZe are holding it. FaZe find the kills. 2 seconds for the win. aBeZy has done it. Oh me, oh my. What a map 1 that was.
And about the most hype I have seen Cellium after a map. That was a nail biter towards the end. You're juggling hill time. You're juggling contest time. And just when it was left empty, but big play after big play. That's just not main slayer Simp with 36 kills. That is the crucial kills as well. Popping pieces on rotations to break down the AC hill and setting your team up for new. That is efficient work, and I'm telling you, if Simp has not been improving throughout the year, I think Subliners take him down in that map 1, but Simp, he has arrived.
One of the greatest players in the world, without question. 4,000 damage, 36 and 30, and that spree towards the end chance, those 4 kills, a top AC, some of the most important we saw in the map.
And I mean, it's just like tough across the board too, because you had Skyz an incredibly rough start, right? I think 0-7 translates that into like a 2-11. He actually caught fire and got the Subliners right back in the game, but the ARs on that map ended up suffering just enough that they could not get it done. And to take down New York on Embassy from map 1, Atlanta FaZe now having to stay back in the series.
Scuff play of the game, the final few moments of that hard point. And Simp, what an unbelievable life he had. Looking at the game clock, looking at how tight the scoreline is, this was a brilliant finish.
And it was truly the entire time Atlanta FaZe. You even heard in the listening from New York, they're just coming out. Everyone from FaZe is up top. Top PD before the hill pops, and that just gives you access. Flood the back, go and hit the stairwells. It makes your sort of control over the hill that much easier. And there was a moment where Cell killed himself with a nade that I thought maybe there was going to be an opening for the Subliners, but Slasher and Simp, oh, they closed that door.
We saw Slasher with the beatdowns in the back line. HyDra now with the entry kill. This was great, but once again, Slasher 2 from that back door, including the kill on the Priestahh. Incredible stuff. That helped FaZe hold on to that final MC hardpoint. Incredibly close game. We have not seen many game clocks go red here in the MW2 season.
And that is so close as well, because I mean, it started ticking red over on like P2. So we had 3 hills in a row where that constantly has to be in the back of your mind. And again, that is quite a bit of hype coming out from Atlanta FaZe. You know how important that map one is. You set the tone, you take down Subliners on one of their best maps. And for Subliners, who literally, momentum has been the name of the game throughout this tournament, they have been on a rampage. Well, you've officially slowed them down. Get that massive mental edge.
Well, that's the pregame for Atlanta FaZe. Now the other side of the stage, the New York Subliners. Chance, what have they got to do to try to pull away, not a terrible surprise by any chance, but what are they going to do to find the win here?
Well, level up their game, because if Atlanta FaZe level up their hardpoint where the Subliners have had the edge, well, you have to be able to respond in con. We have champs around the corner. It is the end of the year. You have to be making these improvements. So as good as that hardpoint record was, well, you're already down 0-1 in this series, and you are going to a potential bloodbath of a map number 2. I mean, I have to imagine for New York Subliners, they have nightmares of abeZy with that 1v4.
Yeah, that 1v4 was an iconic and very much a historic COD play. For as far as the hardpoint goes, that form has been great all year long, but we haven't exactly seen that success as of recent. That previous map aside, FaZe have certainly been the demons in hardpoint. Search and Destroy, though, coming up next. Watch out for the first bloods. aBeZy, the man of the moment when it comes to those first bloods. First man in the kill feed typically helps the team get the win.
And that's a
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software.
Very interesting dynamic for Atlanta FaZe as well, because aBeZy not as efficient throughout this stage as he typically is in the first blood department, and FaZe have shaken it off. You have guys like Slasher with like a 2.4 search KD throughout this tournament. You have Simp that is also stepped up and has above a 2 KD for search and destroy throughout this tournament. So even if aBeZy isn't collecting the first bloods like he is used to doing, the team still has that clutch potential. And if aBeZy gets back on form, which at this point we just expect them to, they are as dangerous as a team can get.
Here we go, into the search and destroy map number 2 here in this grand finals. It is first to 6. Take turns attacking, defending A and B. If you die in the round, you are out. We'll see you later.
Yeah, no trophies, no dead silence just yet, so you know it's going to be a round where you play for picks. New York Subliners spread the map, trying to vie out for control, and just like that, KiSMET going to be able to strike. I think he had the TAC 56, so he's mixing things up, and he got 2 tags over by the desk with a man advantage. Right now, a massive opportunity for Subliners to get this round.
Lovely tags from KiSMET. Carrying that bomb, waiting for the opportunity to get it down over by A. Here comes the plant, and he's doing it at the furthest extremity. Oh, he wasted a bit of time, and there are 2 guns on him. Simp is moving in for the kill.
He is so close to this child as well. As soon as KiSMET stands back up, got to be ready for it. But there's also a flank coming through. HyDra and Priestahh, both potentially behind enemy lines, and KiSMET wins the gunfight anyway. New York should get this first round.
Last man alive, Cellium, damage dealt, but he is in trouble. And now here comes HyDra, the Phenom on the flank once again. Tagged, dealt with Cellium. The bomb's going to be planted. All of that helps with progress towards dead silence, but that round was as good as done as soon as that flank came through.
And look at that round from KiSMET as well. Gets the first blood, gets 3 on the docket. And that's a perfect round 1 strat. The most different round you're ever going to see in Search and Destroy in this game is round 1 compared to the rest. No dead silence, no trophies, an opportunity for different strats to be utilized. KiSMET attack 56 in hand. Incredibly efficient work.
A very dangerous and versatile player. We've seen KiSMET, aka the Bulldog, have some standout plays with the Vazner, but as you can see, the man can do it all. Round 2, here we go.
And Atlanta FaZe, very typical, maybe organized and wants to get the bomb, but maybe no time wasted. aBeZy already aggressive, dives on the cross, but great shots out of HyDra. Takes down the first blood king.
Take down the king, and you're looking much, much happier here in the round for the Subliners. Can they keep up the progress? Slasher, perfect timing, not going to be traded out. Or will he? KiSMET, there he goes. Right into the fight, and Cellium once again finds himself alone. Back-to-back rounds for the Subliners.
Just gonna bully him, and those are insane shots out of HyDra for the first blood as well. How many times do we see players diving across, they get made 1 shot? Well, HyDra, we've paid attention throughout this tournament. He is snapping. We've paid attention to Skyz as well. He can see through walls.
You can see through walls, and we know that boy can snipe. We haven't seen any snipers yet here in this matchup, but I've no doubt in my mind that we will. Skyz truly has invested in his game over this year alone. You know what I'm talking about, chat. You know what I'm talking about. Round 3.
Yeah, KiSMET attack again. So they're going with the same thing, looking for a potential middle of the map dominance. aBeZy has been left alone, so he can be isolated. Not a great nade, but he is going to get back down. And this is so many players dealing with aBeZy, and there you go, you take him down for the first blood again.
Yeah, it's another first blood. 3 now in a row for the New York Subliners. And every single time they've had the advantage so far, they've found the round. KiSMET on a 5 spree also. 1 more and he gets a cruise.
And all of that presence over towards B, aBeZy saw so many players that he called for the reinforcements. Now you get the plant down over at A for free with the man advantage. Subliners playing Hotel perfect.
And KiSMET's on a bit of a world tour right now, and he knows, yeah, that's not a fight you're going to win. You do not want to take it 3v3. Retake now is on. That's a big win on Slasher. That's Streaks and the man advantage.
He's got the cruise as well. You can go to the back pocket, just watch the flank. This is too good of a setup. FaZe, no time to try to break this down.
2-man hit right through the middle for FaZe. They cannot be fast about it. They've got to go. Get moving, lads. Trying to clear out every possible angle. Priestahh there, takes care of business. And the rest of the Subliners deal with FaZe. 3 in a row.
Yeah, in the game plan, by the way, aBeZy, 3 first deaths. He has been isolated every single round. You've had different ways of mixing things up to pick him apart, and even at the start of that one, that was basically 4 guns for Subliners to deal with one little aBeZy, and hey, you can take care of that monster on the map, you'll be good to go. Right now, the game plan is perfect. Atlanta FaZe need to start making adjustments.
Bread and butter might be off the menu today for FaZe, if this is the way the search and destroys are going to go. A pair of donuts, and aBeZy and Simp, very uncharacteristic of them. Here comes Skyz with the snipe.
And aBeZy might be that first victim. Could be 4 rounds in a row. Dancing with death, but survives for a moment, still gets back down. And this is aggression on defense. HyDra already in position. Going to A seems like a death sentence for FaZe. They might have to rat that bomb out.
If they go towards the B-bomb site, they're going to run into KiSMET. And aBeZy is not giving us up just yet. They don't quite know how many members of the New York Subliners are here. So, a game of chess right now. KiSMET still the only man on that B-bomb site.
I think Atlanta might have taken so much time that even guys like Priestahh have wrapped back towards B to be able to help out his friends. So it's sort of a stalemate on the map. Atlanta FaZe yet to make a call, and New York Subliners haven't bit on anything. They have not made a mistake.
FaZe have got 30 seconds to make a play. Otherwise, the round goes to the Subliners, and it's 4 in a row. 2 members of them now over towards B. We might see it happen. Close, but no. Cigar for Skyz.
Well, Simp actually, he was kicking open doors to make a little bit of noise to be a distraction, but you end up falling, and now you have the man disadvantage. And with 14 seconds, you have to plant this bomb. Cellium gets the pick. They're trying to get this done in less than 10.
KiSMET down to 1v2. The guns are at the ready. The bomb is being planted. Unless he's got a nade, which he doesn't. He has the cruise. It's going to take simply too much time. 1v2. KiSMET in a spot of bother. The dive, and somehow hasn't been hit.
Well, he knows both cross. He knows they did not cross back. Unfortunately, though, he's got a trophy, and he should get taken down. And Atlanta FaZe is not even making mistakes. They're not chasing. They know the setup that they have. They want to guarantee this round.
Oh, wow. FaZe. What an unbelievable bounce back.
I mean, that is unbelievable patience as well. They didn't start to make moves on the map until it was less than 30 seconds on the clock. I think Simp was over by Kitchen, literally kicking open doors just to make noise to try to open up A. And even then, it wasn't that open. It is less than 10 seconds when Cellium is winning these gunfights stacked up on the bomb. That is a nail biter of a round, and that is the first one FaZe have gotten.
Testament to the team's composure. Wonderful decisions made. Crucial gunfights won. FaZe finally on the board. They are now on defense.
Oh, this is going to be aggressive. Flying straight at him. HyDra, no time wasted. He is diving across. You know someone plays the hallway. Well, Skyz looking to take him down. Cell, though, is able to get that first blood. So FaZe finally connecting on the first blood front. Simp catches him as well. New York Subliners try to get aggressive. They get punished for it.
Up by 2 here in the life count for FaZe. They are fighting fit for Skyz and Priestahh now. This is going to get ugly real quick. Top bedroom. Who's that? Checking it out. Slasher takes a couple of tags who's trouble, as does Priestahh. Back on up. Lots of time here, though, chance for the Subliners to make something happen, and Priestahh finds his first.
Yeah, Skyz baits out an extra player, so one's going to fall. 40 seconds to work with, and if you overpeak for a second, Skyz, you see the flash, you're going to fall 2v2.
Bueno lands the shot on the man in the air. 2v2, 30 seconds. Bomb still in the hands of Skyz, expecting the flank. The instincts were there. Priestahh now turns it into a 1v1. His dead silence active. He will be moving completely silently across the map. aBeZy has no intel.
And Priestahh often loves the full wraps, but maybe just doesn't have enough time. No, he's full committing into aBeZy. Reads him like a book. And shuts that round down. You had 0 intel on aBeZy that entire time, lying in wait for that final kill.
Normally the man to get the first kill on the round, that time the last, and what a kill it was. 3-2.
And that could be some of that homework coming through. How many times have we seen Priestahh getting clutches on that side of the map with the cheeky angle over towards that bomb site? So Priestahh has a spot that he likes to go to. aBeZy heads up there to take him down. 2 rounds in a row for FaZe. But they have to work for it.
Yeah, these have been very tough rounds indeed. Simp damage dealt, no kill. The opening sortie has been a very quiet one indeed. Bomb front side presence of both teams. Cellium, it's a protracted gunfight against HyDra. No blood drawn yet, but HyDra changes that. What a first blood.
And now you got to take care of him too. You got to root this man out, or he is just going to body you in this round. His teammates moving in position, and finally he falls, but his team is there. HyDra out here making plays.
Bombs have gone dead. Slasher's now alone, 1v3, 45 seconds. Slasher, that bomb is on the other side of the lobby. He has to cross that under the watch of Skyz.
And look at how fast they just go back and reposition. Everybody just surrounding, covering every single cross until they spot where Slasher is. Nobody's going to make a mistake. Perfect shoulders being thrown. Quick reposition by the other two Subliners players on the map. And Slasher, simply no time to try to get this one done, but a small mistake there. A window of opportunity, just not a lot of time.
Remains unscathed from the nade as well. 15 seconds, maybe able to get this one down. Is not using the dead silence. He's been heard. See you, mate. Skyz is going to run for it. Let the clock run out. Don't let him get any more kills. He's going to come back in a moment. Check the bomb. And that's the round.
And what a round out of HyDra. Stays alive in the middle of the map, keeps things mixy, and how often do we see players back in Cellium down like that? Sprints at him, gets in position, and the entire team just gets in the mix. And HyDra nading himself, forcing him to fly forward, and wins a gunny like that. Massive plays out of the French phenom. Kills that momentum from FaZe, 4-2 lead for New York.
It's been plays like that and moments like that from HyDra that have got the Subliners to this point. So we need to see more of that if you're a New York fan. But 4-2 here on map number 2 is a wonderful turn of events for the Subliners. This is the equalizer.
And they try to get aggressive, and they got punching them out. They're doing it again, though. They do not care, and it is perfect teamwork out of HyDra and KiSMET. First blood, 2 players in bedroom. If you get this bomb plant, you are feeling great.
Remembers the FaZe through middle of the map, trying to watch out for any kind of pinch. Bomb being planted at A. 45 seconds, bomb goes boom. The Subliners are on map point. Whoa, KiSMET nearly gets both. All down to Slasher.
Again for the 1v3, and again, there is just no options for him on the map. Nowhere to go. You are trapped. You are stuck. You are gunned down. New York Subliners, all of that hotel S&D work, it is coming to fruition. These guys are locked in.
It's a dominant search. The 2 rounds the FaZe have won have been unbelievable. The first bloods might be the difference maker chance. 3 from HyDra, 3 from Skyz.
I mean, 6-1 on the first blood count. That is ridiculous. Everybody now starting to feel that pain from FaZe. Early on, it was aBeZy. Everyone else, though, was taking their turn. This is a scorching hot hotel search and destroy, and KiSMET still has the cruise missile in the back pocket if he wants it. Frankly, does not need it. We got to square up at A.
HyDra finds the first. Another first blood for the Subliners. Add it to the pile. We'll count them all up at the end. Skyz joins him. It's a 2v4. FaZe are starting to bleed out. Slasher, a sign of life. Thrown to the squad. Over towards B we fly as Simp is moving with purpose. KiSMET, will he make the read? When he gets spotted? No, he gets tagged up. Fight's now on, a minute to go. That was the dead silence out of Simp as well, so he gets aggressive as he possibly can, but it's just shoulders being thrown, and now 2v1 over towards B to isolate Simp. An individual play from Slasher versus Priestahh, though, and if Slasher can win a gunfight, there's the opportunity. There's going to be no action from the Subliners. They are waiting for one of these FaZe players to make a mistake. The next kill might define the round. 35 seconds on this one. Simp doesn't have a bomb. Slasher does, and he is on the A bomb site. Here comes the check from Priestahh. The timing on this is going to be sensational. Simp fastidiously checking every possible avenue.
And he just has to help Slasher get this bomb down, so it's Priestahh the only one that can spot it if he ever tries to get it over towards A. But Slasher playing the pick game, has some intel. They're swimming over towards B. Now you got a 2v2, but you don't have time. KiSMET made weak, but Slasher, you're going to have to fly. And there is simply nothing you can do. KiSMET's going to get this kill. Subliners, they call game.
There we go. The equalizer found. Subliners stun FaZe on Hotel Search and Destroy 6-2. There was a moment there where I thought Slasher might get that bomb down, and hey, after that, you never know. HyDra is him, according to that sign. We'll see if he can continue to be him throughout this grand finals. 1-1 so far.
Yeah, and speaking of him, well, him was HyDra on that map. 4 first bloods. You had KiSMET with 3. 7-1 on the first blood battle on Hotel. Subliners again have grinded this map. That is as clean as it gets. And I mean, 11 kills for the Bulldog as well. TAC 56, Vaznev. It did not matter for either SMG player. They had a bunch of tricks in the bag, pulled them all out. That is a dominant performance for the map too.
Indeed, well, our best of 7 will continue to chug along. Both our teams winning a map at the very least, which is, I think, more than many people thought coming into this one. But hey, we are in for a long one, friends. Expo Control coming up next. Our first Control game of this grand finals chance. And Expo, one that we've already seen FaZe be unbelievably strong on. Will they be able to do the same against the Subliners?
I mean, it's more questions to be answered right before this tournament. Haven't won Expo a single time, but they look like they've made those improvements. And at the same time, for Subliners, Control has decided their fate of 90% of their series. We find out in map 3.
Find out after this quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go too far. We come back. Map number 3 of our grand finals here at Major 5. This is the CDL.
to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And I didn't want to give a hat to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours.
This sound is perfect. I'm gonna use the producer growth kit from Røkkr. Let's have a look at the sound. So they just sent me the kit and added it to the sample library. So this kit contains 3,000 samples, 100% from Røkkr.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes, just open the door. One thing certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
Okay, hang on. I gotta get it on. It's like literally already I have an idea of how to make a beat sound. Is an insanely massive sound kit that has drum sounds, a whole bunch of one-shots, live instruments, melody loops, MIDI files, just like everything you need as a producer is in this kit. It's all royalty-free. I think there's over like 3,000 sounds. Sparks my creativity and stuff, so I'm just going to drag in a loop. Grind, the producer growth kit. It's been like my go-to kit when I need like a melody or like a melody loop or something. It has like so many sounds and it's like super easy to use.
So I'm gonna drag and drop that in.
So if you guys haven't got this kit for yourself yet, there's definitely no better time now to get it and check it out.
Please check out Legacy Beats, his new updated version of the producer growth kit.
If you want to check out Legacy Beats producer growth kit, you can do that by clicking the link down below. It has fire samples, as you can see, also really fire drums.
So make sure to go check it out. The link is right there. Make sure to go download it. It's super fire, so let's get it.
Make sure you grab that producer growth kit by Wave Grind. It's fire. Trust me. You heard it. It's fire. Go get it.
Dope kit. I would recommend going to get it. $27. 27. Go get it. It's a must grab. Go cop it. Just go get it. There's no questions asked.
brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. The Call of Duty League is presented by the GMC Hummer EV Pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck. And upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the CDL.
We're all tied up 1-1 here in the Major 5 Grand Finals, coming in live from Toronto, the Matt Athletic Centre, and it has been dumblit, as the kids say, chance all week long.
Gorgeous city, gorgeous tournament. It has been a fantastic time, and I think we might actually have one of our first sort of competitive series of the entire tournament, right? On the
We've had one or two.
We've had a few, but it hasn't been many. But on the map one, obviously lights out. Literally came down to the wire, and Subliners might have dropped the first map, but talk about the instantaneous bounce back they got on the hotel. Now we actually have a tied series, 1-1 going into the Expo. More questions will be answered. A, how good have Atlanta FaZe gotten? And B, will Control still be the thing that decides the fate for the New York Subliners?
Wildcard fans, we saved the best for last. Our Grand Finals so far have been a treat. We now roll into HimmelMat Expo for Control. Map number 3. Here we go. With one taste of this earlier in the tournament from FaZe against Toronto Ultra, and it was a 3-0 bloodbath. No mercy shown whatsoever. The Subliners' own chance, they ain't so shabby either.
Now, there's a lot to pay attention to. HyDra at this point, he's a guarantee. You know he's going to slay. You know he's almost going to lead the lobby unless a guy like Simp is going to go toe-to-toe. But you had Skyz and you had Priestahh with a slow start at map 1 in the respawn. They need to come out guns hot on a map like this. ARs lock you down, and you buy enough pressure to get to the A zone.
Well, in Control, we have 2 zones. Dive in the zone, stop the clock. If you capture it, you get an additional minute, and both teams have got 30 lives. We'll keep you filled in. Don't you worry, boys and girls. So far, so good for our defending team FaZe.
And if there was any doubt about how important the ARs are on this side of the map, that was 4 tacks pulled out right there for the New York Subliners, but didn't have enough of an opening. Got to reposition, pull out some fast and try to make the mixy plays. But right now, Atlanta FaZe perfect on defense all around the map. Collected enough kills, keeping enough control. Skyz' job right now is just to be annoying. The play's happening over towards B.
Sadly, unable to find any more in that life. The play is on B. FaZe find all their attacking players. The defense holds 45 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, aBeZy's getting the intel too. You know, Priestahh's up top, but New York staying on top of things. If they didn't know where Simp was before, if 2 stuns and a nade didn't tell you, well, they certainly know now, but you are basically stuck in your spawn trying to work out towards B. FaZe leave a little bit of that pressure open, but this is a lot of guns here with the opportunity to flank. aBeZy sent in for the kill.
Find these kills, might find the round. Oh, bad luck from Skyz. The timing doesn't work out. Nades there. aBeZy still trying to flush these players off of the B zone. They've done it for a moment. There we go. Back onto the time. Looking at that first segment. You complete one. You get to keep that progress throughout the round. Skyz once again back at it. Cut down. There's the contest. aBeZy's in. HyDra finds the win.
I mean, they're just taking so much time to actually defend this B zone. You see how much more Atlanta FaZe just want to keep this spawn trap set up, that they're going for the kills. They care about the trap more than they do for the zone. Now Simp will be the next man in line. He might fall, but FaZe still have the setup they want. Get all the kills off the zone, but you still do not have Subliners able to get out. FaZe are cleaning house on defense.
Nice bit of work to add a minute to the game clock. You're down by 10 lives. FaZe with an extremely dominant round so far. The kills keep going their way. Over to A we fly.
And look at it, it's the ARs, right? Skyz 2-6, Priestahh 0-5. If your ARs are getting stuff like this, you're never going to be able to make moves, and that's why a guy like aBeZy has been feasting. Cellium, doesn't matter where he's on the map, he'll find kills.
Yeah, one way or another. Subliners now, 50 seconds. A lot of time here in Control to try to find a way out, and they've done it. They've got themselves onto the point. Priestahh's there. Will he sniff out Cellium from the showers? aBeZy trying to cling top bar. HyDra wins that fight. You're starting to buy some presence. Will patience pay off for Skyz, or will Simp find another kill? You've still got to get on the A zone if you are the Subliners.
I mean, it's a standoff battle here. Well, Simp's going to fall. Slasher's going to be behind too, forced to make a play. And on the flip side, HyDra might have just timed this flank perfectly. He's going to spawn out Simp a little more aggressive, but FaZe haven't read it yet. HyDra's going to get the kill. New York can swarm this zone.
HyDra finds any more and it's great. Oh, Subliners starting to fall apart. HyDra diving into the point. He might be able to stop the clock, but is he going to get pinched in a moment? The answer is yes. He is surrounded on all angles. aBeZy taken care of. There's the contest. Anyone help out here? No. Too many members of FaZe. No chance there for the Subliners. All down. Final 3 lives here in the first round.
Yeah, and how about that opening light from Slasher? 7-0. Did not break a sweat, and Priestahh on the flip side, 0-7. Talk about the difference maker on Expo. There's the final kill in the final death for Slasher. 8-0 on one end, 0-8 on the other. That is an easy question to answer. What happened round 1?
Well, the Subliners have not found a tremendous amount of success here on Expo so far. Classic looks from FaZe once before we saw it in the tournament chance, and I think it might be the same way.
Yeah, and FaZe are also bullying, right? They left HyDra. They left the SMGs on the B zone for the longest time as they were just relentlessly killing the AR. So I think Atlanta FaZe, not necessarily the game plan avoid HyDra, but that's not the man you want to gun down first. Want to save him for last. That is a perfectly played first round.
Round 2. Subliners on defense this time. Will they be able to set the trap on FaZe, or will the shoe be on the other foot? So far, nice trades to get things going. Simp now making his way on towards the B zone. That little stage on the inside of the Expo Hall. Priestahh's in trouble. Slasher 9-0 has yet to fall. Priestahh is struggling on the other side.
Yeah, you just have Slasher playing a different game than his teammates right now. His responsibility is to do not like the objective work, but the dirty work of things like watching the flank. Finally, he's going to fall, but it's an instantaneous trade. It's the slow captures. Atlanta FaZe are playing for kills, and they are getting every last one of them.
Well, last segment here at B. FaZe are really hurting the Subliners here on control. B done. 2 minutes on the clock. Simp cutting his way through his players. One more, and he gets a streak as well.
You've had Atlanta. They've talked about it in interviews of how in scrims they look fantastic, that they play the maps like clockwork, and right now they are showing it. So many kills they are collecting, and yes, Priestahh just got his first kill.
Much to the joy of the crowd here in Toronto, he gets his first. Life count's still relatively close chance this round, which is a good thing for the Subliners. KiSMET trying to get out of spawn, selling from top bar. HyDra has 3 in the feed. There is a massive sign of life for New York.
Yeah, still got the bus spawn though, so it's actually no trap coming through, so you still have Atlanta FaZe with opportunities. Now HyDra can late flank in this moment. Gotta win these gunfights, and FaZe again are just winning them all. A couple trades coming through though, and aBeZy looking for the kill. Pop's dead silent, needs to clear out restaurant. You've done so. Now it's those AR gunfights.
Take care of KiSMET. This is going to be a big moment now for FaZe. We could see the round come to a crashing end in a matter of moments. The contest from the Subliners. Holding this one down, aBeZy working alone for now. Looking to find that one player, take care of him, you're all good. KiSMET now into the fight. There's a nice pinch from HyDra.
Well, these are just trades. Now you're getting the extra kill, so it's like a round of search and destroy. You gotta get the 4-man wipe. You get it, stack this point, and run it up.
Priestahh's been taken care of. 2-man now, 3-man stack. FaZe looking to end the round here. Go, New York, fly. Send it into the point. Guns up, nades, anything you've got, throw it. You need it now. Skyz looking to get involved, but Cellium there, holding the line down, and FaZe, bang, that round is done.
I mean, this is just Expo night and day. They started out 0-3. Their round percent win was like 27% coming into this tournament. Now they look perfect. They stop the clock, they pump the brakes, they watch the flank, they take care of business, and again, they play like a round of search and destroy. They get the wipe, there's no time wasted. And just looking at the kills column, help HyDra, please.
That's HyDra, that guy right there. Final round, potentially FaZe, looking to take care of control in possibly record time. Simp lands the frag, 13-6 for the Phenom. Tags are there, takes care of one. HyDra backstage, looking to ruin the party that Simp's got set up. Here's the fight, HyDra wins it, keeps B safe. Subliners, they should be able to capture this.
Yeah, certainly lies with a little bit of pressure. Not easy to stay alive. There's always someone behind enemy lines, but Skyz with a quick shout takes him down, and now a little bit of life out of some of the other players on the Subliners. An extra kill coming their way, and finally, through the mixiness, Subliners, solid start, capture the B zone, plenty of time to work with to capture it.
Tons of time, lots of lives. How deep does the playbook go for the Subliners? All they need is 4 clean kills, and they might be able to make their way across Match Highli. What a snap! What a win! Forward, you fly if you're the Subliners.
Is dancing right now, wash off the blood and get ready for the next fight. Takes down Slasher as well. You got 2 bodies on point right now for the Subliners. And Cellium's behind enemy lines, and Skyz didn't see him, so Cellium, there's the first. You gotta move for the second. 2 ticks already through.
Flying. Not quite done yet. There's Cruz. Takes 1. KiSMET with the tactical reposition. Gonna stay alive. Contest. Win the fight. Keep the capture going. No! Skyz with an 8 though trades. Not over yet. 2 minutes to go. aBeZy was a big one, but that is huge progress on the zone.
Got so many extra big wins as well. They haven't actually decapped this, so with Subliners for a moment, get an extra kill or 2. You can jump right on this zone. It'll fall in maybe 7 seconds, if less than. And Cellium gets caught. There's the second kill. This is your chance to pounce.
That's it. You gotta find 1 more member of FaZe. Bait him out. Here comes aBeZy. Skyz wins it. Stays alive. That should be the round. Anyone there to contest? No. Subliners get on the board.
And there you go. They found what they needed, and that is the objective. There's still a very big problem that they are having. You have to win by slaying when you are on defense. You need to start getting kills. Priestahh still only has 3. Skyz has heated up a little bit. It was great reads towards the end, but HyDra opened things up for the team. They delivered. You need to start shooting back.
HyDra finds a slight opening, widens the gap between FaZe, Spawn, and that A zone, allows the teammates to get into the point. FaZe back on attack, 2 members towards A. Skyz is desperately trying to get himself in there. Can FaZe? Oh, they've got a lot of work going here so far in their attacking round.
It is a perfect opening break. Skyz the only person that maybe could have done something, and aBeZy just finds them. If you capture the A zone first, you are feeling great. And for New York, nobody's home. It's a last-ditch attempt just to contest. FaZe can do no wrong.
Brilliant opener from FaZe. Incredibly decisive. The Subliners were nearly nowhere to be found. Back over to B, we now fly, and this is going to be big. Slasher on a 3 spree. Looking to keep his play alive, and the boys on the point. No one from FaZe has died in the round yet.
And we have maybe seen 2 rounds this year where the team that captures A first doesn't win. It is so much easier after the fact to get this zone. Here we go.
Oh no, HyDra's been taken care of. Priestahh has got to now hit the secret stairwell and get into the fight. This is looking very dire indeed. 2-man stack. The progress is flying. HyDra now from vending machine. Red, dead, taken care of. Cellium is there. Final segment go bye-bye, and that's to be FaZe with a lead.
And that is Expo Control. How do you play it? FaZe just wrote the book.
Spat on, as the kids like to say. FaZe with another disgusting Himmelmatt performance. The whole league is taking notes, and there's a terrifying prospect with champs a mere few weeks away.
And that was brutal. A little tough to watch in Atlanta FaZe. They've been doing it all weekend long. They're going to pull up the scoreboard and just have themselves a little chuckle before going into map 4. They were able to do whatever they wanted, and fortunately on the flip side, Priestahh might need to fix his controller before map 4 loads up.
Quick regain though, map 4, we'll get to that in a moment, but Himmelmatt Expo chance, a late addition to the CDL year. We added it a little later towards the SMW2 season. A lot of teams liked it. We got rid of Fortress. FaZe have already cracked the code on that one. Just over 9 minutes. Subliners round win was very, very important, a good one, but at the same time, Priestahh such a tough time getting any kill set, anything going, other than feeding information. Here are the highlights.
And I mean, you know, that's back-to-back respawns as well. And keep in mind, the front half of the series, more SMG heavy maps. The deeper we go, the more Asilos in hotels we are going to see. And the ARs for the Subliners have absolutely suffered. So I see a pain point right now in the series. York got to turn things around because hotel will be the next map we go to. Right back to the respawn. For Atlanta FaZe, they have been frying 10-1 record in hardpoint throughout this stage. These guys have been menaces, and again, if even Expo was one of their worst maps they have had going into this tournament, the improvements they have made, astounding.
Well, the good news about best of 7 form of the AR players, but for the side of FaZe chance, every single piece of the machine working in perfect unison. They are looking lethal on Himmelmatt. So that hotel goes, as you said, very dangerous indeed. But FaZe, final form is within sight. Let's see if they keep it up.
I mean, it's vibes flowing as well, right? Because everything that they want to accomplish on the map, they're getting it done. That round 1, again, Slasher just a perfect 8-0. He's locking things down for the team. He's saying, hey, I've completed 80% of this map. You 3 just go deal with 20% of it. 1.74 team KD versus a 0.58. That, to me, has been the theme of the tournament. Whichever team is winning, it has been utterly dominant. FaZe have really only been tested, I think, on 2 maps, maybe 3, this entire tournament.
That was a real good one. No test there. They aced that one. Over on the stage, we go to another hard point. So now, Coach Sender for the New York Subliners, Coach Crowder for Atlanta FaZe. Last few moments, words of encouragement for the lads, trying to get Priestah's head out of that last map and into the next one. Priestahh, many chips to his name, a brilliant player. He knows how to get himself out of a tough situation like this.
And I just know that, well, speaking of a tough situation, the next 4 maps that we have, it's AR stacks.
Oh, shit.
We got a hotel, a Silo, and then a Mercado to end things if we actually manage to go the distance. But it is nothing but long-range gunfights that we're going to have for the next half hour. And we know how those AR battles have been going. We know for that Silo S&D, that is the bread and butter of Atlanta FaZe, where they were looking nearly unstoppable on the map. A lot of long line sights. I know their hotel hardpoint has been fantastic as well. Now, Now, make no mistake, Subliners have been on a tear through this tournament, so some of these maps, they are also godlike at it, but I just know the team KDs right now, it is ARs versus SMGs. We're about to move into the AR world.
And that's a good sign there for FaZe fans. Fatigue, another thing we have to bring on when it comes to these lower bracket runs. The Subliners have had to take down the toughest dogs in the league to get here, and they've been battling all day point. As the mental games start to give up, you fall back on bad habits, bad tendencies, the autopilot. You have no room for that in a tournament like this. Here we go, though. Next map in the series, Greenberg, Hotel, Hardpoint.
And I know when Subliners last played this map against Toronto Ultra, guys like Skyz were popping off right from the start. You open it up with a 3-piece from the catwalk. I want to see signs of life early on, because even similar, from the map 1, Skyz started slow, started to bounce back just a little bit. You cannot afford a slow start against Atlanta FaZe. Right from the opening break for Subliners, I want to see something special.
See if they can get it going right off the rip here in Hotel. We'll stay here for a moment. There's going to be a double dose of Silo. So many tournaments this year have finished on an Silo control at map number 6. We'll get to that a little bit later. FaZe, though. Here we go into Hotel.
Opening salvo, and aBeZy is going to be taking a distant route. Nothing over here for him, but he has the attack, so he's ready for it. Actually, Priestahh maybe just going to fall into his lap, and action over here. aBeZy first to fall, and a much nicer start right now for New York.
A little bit of time for FaZe. We'll take that. Priestahh right back in it. Good trades from FaZe, selling with a ridiculous 2-piece. HyDra, though, doing what he does best, maneuvering on the map, finding these kills. aBeZy there with the time. As FaZe now battling a little bit back and forth for this hard point.
This action over towards the desk is electric, and my word, Simp could have put a dagger on Priestahh and, well, ends up getting traded out. So an interesting start, but Atlanta in the end come out on top. You're starting to win these rotational gunfights. aBeZy has now made it to the back to block these spawns as well. Skyz, this is your moment where you need to go large.
Win this fight, Nope, don't get it. aBeZy cuts him down. Priestahh, though, stays alive in the chandelier here. We'll get to that in a mo. But for now, aBeZy behind enemy lines, giving the boys the spawns. All those red arrows. Ooh, right where you don't want it, New York.
Cross out for the intel as well. He's just going to be juggling back and forth. It's contest time on the actual point. aBeZy doesn't have the right gun for the fight, so maybe reposition to get in the mix in. Right now, New York Subliners coming out on top. aBeZy gets dropped as well, and Subliners now have secured P2.
Subliners, strong break. That's their hard point. Here comes the next hit from FaZe. Cellium trying to pinch. Damage dealt. He has been identified. The other members of FaZe from the top side of the map. aBeZy finds one. Angle's now opening up. Simp finds his. Here comes KiSMET into the trade battle. Simp, he's taken care of as well. KiSMET on a 5. One more in streaks of his. And that's going to be Slasher trying to get the pinch. We're looking at a lead change here, Chance. The Subliners going down fighting.
Oh, that was a beautiful bounce back, especially when Atlanta FaZe got those spawns early on, and now an opportunity to chain. You just played P2 to perfection. Now you get Priestahh behind enemy lines. aBeZy's going to show up and get a kill, but there you go. The trades are in. He's already behind you, blocking these spawns as well. And New York, there's the action. HyDra on the point, looking to get these kills. Reads the second one, does get back down, but Subliners still have this hill trapped.
Oh, teamwork helps out a little bit. Simp holding them down. Skyz in the storeroom. We're taking stock of this. Big win from aBeZy. Oh, Simp gets his as well. FaZe push the front line forward.
Cleaned up the kitchen. They get an A+ grading on that one, and now you just have to stave off the next push. Most of the action coming through on the restaurant side of the map, but there you go. The gunfight's being won, an opportunity for the break.
Trying not to waste any time here, letting that lead get any bigger. One member in the kitchen. Off the point for a second. aBeZy taking care of HyDra. Onto the second. Can he get the third? Cellium on the outside. What an angle for the nade. He might be able to hit this one, but HyDra gets himself in there. We might be looking at another lead change. No! Cell gets them both. Oh, no.
And not only does Cell just get those 12 seconds to scrap, you in Atlanta FaZe, every single other player commits for the back spawns on the rotation. So Atlanta FaZe doing two things at once. They at least get to the hill first, and Simp, he's taking control. He's got the kills by the death. Slasher snaking and staying alive. Atlanta FaZe are everywhere on this map.
Oh, my word. Well, we go from kitchen to bar to restaurant, from the top side of the minimap down to this bottom side. Here we go, Simp. Time's up, gets himself one. Priestahh in the approach. That's going to be a clean set of kills. 3 dead for FaZe. Last man Cellium, and that hard point's yours, New York.
There's go the break. Now can you read these spawns? Number 7 turns around and able to pick up the kill as well. The trade's going to come through, but FaZe a little bit distant from the point. Difficult gunfights to win. You got Priestahh and Skyz on headies, and they are starting to fry.
Reinforcing the point now. Simp on the flank from behind. Priestahh getting involved. Less than 20 seconds to go. They're on bar. We're looking towards the restaurant already. We've had a couple of drinks. We're feeling frisky. Now let's go get dinner.
And this is the slang that you want to see. Slasher trying to respond, but you have HyDra on a 5 looking for crews. You got Skyz potentially with the hot hand as well. So Subliners have risen, ready for hotel, but great shots coming through. It'll be a battle for the break. It looks like HyDra maybe last man standing, trying to make that last ditch play, but the spawns being read perfectly. Everybody gonna fall.
HyDra is certainly behind enemy lines right now. Slasher's eyes on one side of the map. HyDra's trying to play sneaky. Here's the pinch. Might have timed it perfectly. Gets one. A 7 spree for the Phenom. In we go to the point. Gets himself another. Quick turn. Here's the burn. Oh my word. Simp made him work for it, but that's hard point Subliners.
And that is such a high IQ play coming out of HyDra as well. Waits for his teammates before he makes the jump, and that is a clean break on this restaurant hill. In 20 seconds, Atlanta FaZe, if they overcommit, Subliners might have an opportunity to pounce, but it looks like Atlanta FaZe, they got sent in for the kill. They want that scrap time to take the lead. Turn our attention to that rotation. You got Simp versus HyDra, and HyDra takes him down.
HyDra 17 and 7. Brilliant performance from him so far. The submachine guns having a good time indeed.
And look at what that kill does from HyDra. Clears out the back spawns. Now Atlanta FaZe, they're going to be distant on this rotation. So it's just not the hefty slang out of HyDra, winning the important gunfights as well.
They change once again. Priestahh on the inside of the kitchen. Trying to hold down this left-hand side of the map. Don't let FaZe
on this
outside.
Rotation.
That's
so
the
it's
plan
just
right
not
now.
the hefty slang out of HyDra.
Staying in their bed. That's the low side of the mini
once
again. It's going to be Cellium causing problems for Priestahh. This form is exceptional.
I mean, it's exceptional. He's also blocking the spawns. aBeZy just waits so long, and he fries them anyway. Now you're actually spawning New York Subliners out, so it might be a late break, but Atlanta FaZe, they're going to fight tooth and nail. But KiSMET, there's 2. Number 3 and maybe number 4, but he does get caught. But either way, Beautiful plays out of the Subliners. They just ran the platform.
Oh, what an incredible name from Skyz. That was from way downtown, sadly, though. Takes care of it. Priestahh is going to keep the hard point, though, in the hands of the Subliners as they are pushing this lead further forward. Here comes FaZe. Slasher has jumped up to the top deck. Simp's got mid covered. Cellium is there for the gunfight, and Priestahh, he is surely going to fall. There we go. FaZe, they get in there at 0 seconds on the point. Back to P1 we go for set number 2.
I mean, hey, Subliners right now, though, battling in the respawn. That is a great first set of rotations, especially considering how it started. Things could have gotten out of control because P1 was a pain point, and that pain might continue. aBeZy's gonna fall, but it's still Atlanta collecting that time, but York so quick to jump back on it. A slugfest on P1.
KiSMET is starting to get very spicy indeed. Taking dangerous challenges with 30 seconds remaining on this point. FaZe, an opportunity to maneuver around. Maybe get the Subliners off point, but they're still trying to play for the right-hand side of the minimap.
aBeZy only gonna get one, but maybe looking for the next couple. Trades are coming through, but FaZe still going to be spawning so far away. aBeZy, though, big wins on a 4 spree. Just to secure the scrap, now you got to take a hike to go to P2.
Not too much of a hike, though. He's not exactly wearing the craziest footwear. Let's go for a quick listen in with Atlanta FaZe.
Chasing me in the back. We're spawning all the way out. Front bed, take your time. Shot yeah, deep back, press. All good. Deep back is stored. He's on me, P5, HyDra. Play P4. Deep main this. I'll try and spawn me here. I'm stunning it. One wine also. So one shot, bro. Probably going main. How much it made? I'm in your spot. Yeah, no. He's on left and right, left and right. One shot, left and right. Play down, dead. One shot. Nice. Back steps. Backstairs. Back steps. One shot backstairs. Backstairs. Broken Eddie. Nice. Good 30. Good 30, bro. I'm nading back broken mid. Both sides, I think. Another one backstairs. One shot. Let it go. Spotty. Small heading. Oh, you got naded now too. I'm trying to go now. Still on time. They might hit a throw here. I clock. He's gonna be right before P4. I'm trying to get going around. They're going around. Yeah, I'm going. I'm before, bro. I'm trying to get the back. On team top end. Playing new. Like top cat. All done. I'm at new. I pull for you. I have new time. I'm trying to get the back here. I'll wave in the push out, okay? Full 60, we're back in this. Yep, sure. Holding power. I might be in Zen. Can you go light source? I'm dead. I mean, over the back. Okay, dead.
Classic comms there from Atlanta FaZe. Difficult to understand for many, but they're passing a lot of information across either way. Hard point theirs. For now, here come the Subliners. HyDra on the back door. Nades being exchanged. Simp, what do you got, son? There's one. And Simp looking for number 2.
Jumping at him and getting the kill. FaZe trying to get back in this game, but I gotta say, if New York win this map, it is off the back of P2. They have throttled Atlanta both times around, but Atlanta, talk about responding in kind back towards the kitchen. Every single kill falling their way.
Priestahh catches out aBeZy now and opening another hard point. Simp's up next. It's 15 to 21. Looking to make it 16. There's the contest. 2 members of the Subliners in. They have collapsed all over FaZe. That's a clean kitchen, and that's a solid 13 seconds to be had.
Can't make that play online. He'd gotten hurt flanking around the entire time, but welcome to LAN, welcome to the grand finals, and a break like that buys you a 50-point cushion rotating towards new. You check your corner, you throw a shoulder, doesn't make a difference, and aBeZy reads them as well. Knows he has to take care of these back spawns.
FaZe are first into the bar. They've got the good seats. Now, holding on to it. Sim's got himself a corner. The rest of FaZe are nowhere to be found. KiSMET cleans them up. Hard point break. Subliners.
I mean, you're desperate now if you're Atlanta just to keep them out of the hill. You have lost the back spawns, but you're getting the cutoff kills, but it's still going to be a HyDra behind you. There's one. There's the free 2-piece. You're going to be able to get all of this time.
KiSMET, can you get the second as well? The submachine guns of the Subliners absolutely sublime so far. Cellium, though, a true titan of the 1v1 fight over the Skyz, now soaking away. We're in the business end of the hard point.
I mean, Atlanta FaZe, they have to just take impossible gunfights just to contest. They fly in and they get it, but at what cost? On this rotation, at least 2 Subliners players now make it 3. They're going to get there first. You leave HyDra in the back to keep 2 players at bay. And right now, it's a 3v2 around Restaurant. New York Subliners are going to win this game here.
This is it. Last chance for FaZe here on Hotel. 3 of them are in. Here comes the hit. Time ticking away for the New York Subliners. 10 seconds for the win. FaZe get their break soon and fast. Here come the trades. Priestahh's in there. KiSMET eyes towards the back. Finds one. Tags him at the second. That's it. Map's done. Last Simp taken care of. The New York Subliners tie up the series 2-2.
Their first respawn they've collected in the grand finals, and they were on point from start to finish. They lost the rotation in P2. They gave up the spawns. aBeZy had it. They bullied them away and never looked back. The ARs there, I'd say, for New York Subliners had a solid enough performance. They got the kills. They bounced back from the Expo, but KiSMET and HyDra fried. 32 kills there from HyDra. KiSMET not too far behind. That SMG duo for the New York Subliners just took them to task.
2-2 here in our grand finals. There's the stats from this one, and HyDra at 32 and 17. The French phenom certainly came to play here in this grand finals. A solid 10-minute-long Greenberg Hotel. Those two teams were going toe-to-toe for the longest of times. Subliners just enough gas in the tank to push it forward in the end. And here we go, back and forth in this series chance. The mere fact we saw that Hotel hardpoint go to the Subliners tells you that the next half of this series is going to be great.
Oh, we have ourselves a series indeed, but I just got to talk more about HyDra and how impressive he is. He has been on a rampage throughout this entire tournament. It is rare that he has a bad map. I'm thinking it's grand finals, it's the tears. Maybe they take it to him, but he has been consistent every single map up there in the slaying category. Double positive with your back against the wall. HyDra is a phenom.
He's a phenom indeed, ever since he joined the league back in Cold War. For now, though, ladies and gents, time for another commercial break. An opportunity for you in the venue to go for a pee. When we come back, we're going to El Asilo, where things are going to get crazy. Don't go too far.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
If you want to work in a 9, you need to at least
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. The Call of Duty League is presented by the GMC Hummer EV Pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck, and upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the CDL.
The night is long and full of terrors here in Toronto as we march further through this grand finals at Major 5, here live from the Match Highli Athletic Centre in Toronto, Canada. We're having a good time, and so are our two teams' chance. Going into the next one, we managed to see a big turnaround where the New York Subliners managed to win their first respawn, but now we go back to Asilo.
In tied 2-2 in a grand finals, looking for the advantage, and this is the ultimate square-up map across the league. Asilo, Search and Destroy, it has been FaZe's bread and butter. They have the best record in the game. The team that has the second best record, the New York Subliners. The team that is best in first bloods on this map is the New York Subliners. Number 2, Atlanta FaZe. The best team in the game on attacking rounds on this map, the New York Subliners. Number 2, Atlanta FaZe. The best team on defense is Atlanta FaZe. Number 2, New York Subliners. There is no better square up map that we have. It is Asilo. These records are ridiculous, but those first bloods might be the key that could be the difference maker in this tournament. New York Subliners have played 34 rounds of Search and Destroy. They've gotten the first blood in 26 of them. That is bonkers. That is insane. They need to have that edge, and obviously if HyDra can break some records as well, that wouldn't hurt.
Don't you love it when he talks dirty to your chat? Here we go. Round number 1. Our second Search and Destroy here in the grand finals, and Asilo is always a fun one, and aBeZy back at it again for the first blood.
Yeah, and those are obviously the players to watch. There is no better first blood duel that we are gonna have. Atlanta FaZe so far on top, but you gotta make sure you trade out these kills. KiSMET, the stun is not gonna connect. Do you check your corners?
Wait for the play. Simp checking it. Oh, what a move from KiSMET. Perfect timing. 3v3.
He saw the bomb.
Snipe from Skyz does not connect. Sadly, KiSMET's life is lost as a result of that. Priestahh makes it a 2v2. aBeZy pops dead silence. He is about to cause problems. Now it's all down to Skyz.
You know he is the sniper as well. Operation don't get picked, and I think aBeZy actually just made the perfect call to go over towards B. Both these players grouped up together. They haven't seen Skyz in a New York minute.
And
a 2v1, massive advantage.
Slasher didn't see him either. He may have heard that door burst wide open. And aBeZy, shoulders thrown, bullets as well. FaZe take the first.
And that is a perfectly played round. Maybe an opportunity for KiSMET if he can get the 2-piece, but after he gets the first, the trade's on point. Priestahh gets traded as well. And on the first blood front, aBeZy, I know we got first blooded 3 times in a row on Hotel. He's right back to his happy place.
So that was Hotel. This is Asilo. This is the Asylum. And things are certainly going to get crazy throughout this series. First round goes to FaZe. Round number 2, Subliners. They attack.
You have a few options to work with. HyDra pretty far away from the dead silence, so nothing happening there, but you can also just bully out down low. And they might just go to take control of this site. Nobody home there for Atlanta FaZe. So much pressure on the A zone, but the bomb is open. KiSMET, he'll take that advantage. Bomb gonna go down.
So
fast plant here, 45 seconds before that bomb detonates. Will the Subliners be able to defend it? They will certainly throw their lives at it. FaZe now. A tough approach towards that bomb. Someone's behind them.
And you have to start making moves if you're Atlanta FaZe. Simp's going to have to be that guy because the clutch spot to check from is going to be up top, but Cellium going to strike. The patience, though, HyDra knows where he's at.
HyDra knows where he's at. He's got all the lethals and tacticals. There we go. The trades are done. 20 seconds to fly into this one. aBeZy making moves. We've got upstairs full control for the Subliners. Well, aBeZy,
there's just no time
to be able to find anything. As he runs around, and I don't think he's got it. HyDra takes care of Slasher. That should be the round. Not enough time to get the defuse. New York bounce back.
And that is just playing off your information perfectly. And we saw the setups from New York on Hotel. Anytime they get into a good position, nobody's making mistakes. Nobody's overcommitting. Everybody is doing their job. You clear out the A site. KiSMET says, all right, I'll plant it for up pop. Everybody goes and stacks the stairwells. You get your trades. You know the money's open. HyDra on point, ready for it. Perfectly played, bounce back round. 2 for 2 on the attack.
Round 3. FaZe on offense. That first blood wizard. Here we go into his POV and see if he can't find another first blood. Always important for the FaZe round wins. Checks every possible angle of the A-bomb site, gives the all clear. There's the plant.
Oh, KiSMET though was able to get a pick. KiSMET is just flying up through the field, and I know we got a couple trades, but that is the field side of the map that FaZe have to be concerned about. They have not got this bomb down yet.
Skyz with a very tight angle here by what we call kegs for obvious reason. Less than a minute. There's the bomb plant. KiSMET cleans upstairs now. 99.9% of germs taken care of. So FaZe, aBeZy, he's gone as well onto the side.
Does it himself?
What a three-piece. That's the defuse. That's the round.
KiSMET just flipped that switch. I believe that was an ace in the round. No, he just took it to you. Flew upfield with the Vaznev to get the first blood and then just runs you over. That is the player happy to have the dead silence, delay the defuse, and try to get it back for KiSMET. That's got to be a top 5 play.
Absolutely disgusting. Subliners, what a round. They take the lead, albeit by 1. We have the POV of the ace. Here it is. Actually,
number 2?
That was number 2. The next few, they barely stood a chance. Masterful timing on aBeZy. That was a little bit of luck. And then Simp as well. Wow, KiSMET. It's like a major 1 all over again.
Yeah, he's barking too in the player cam, so he's going to be feeling himself in this round. But even if he's the main slayer, also the objective player has the bomb back in hand. Shots raining through, no first blood just yet. You have New York Subliners spreading the map.
The real world that I have constructed. A platform completely outside the matrix that teaches 18 modern wealth creation methods in which we will show you how to make money regardless of whether you have any money to start with, regardless of how much time you have, regardless of your level of English. We will teach you the easiest and simplest ways to make money on the internet that exist in the world today. This is coming from a man with hundreds of millions of dollars. Or you can hope that if you stay in the matrix, you'll be one of the lucky few that gets to keep his cushy office job. You know when you turn up 15 minutes late, have 4 coffees, and you only have to do a review once every 3 months, nobody really checks on you, and you're doing some bullshit, sending emails to your friends. You know that shit job you have? And most of you people out here going, my job's not like that. I guarantee you don't work as hard as you could. Be honest, how much your working day's working? Fucking half of it. Let me tell you something. The sharks are coming. Men like me, men like Elon. We're acquiring the companies, the big money bosses. And guess what? Because we work 18 hours a day, that's what we fucking expect of our staff. People like you are to end up fired. If you're not lucky enough to stay in the matrix, guess what happens? You fall out the ball. get fired, you print up a nice CV. Oh, don't worry, baby. My last job paid me $3 million a year to sit around and jerk off. Don't worry, I'll just go get another job. And you'll learn soon that there is no other fucking job. Nobody wants to hire you because you're a dickhead, and you're never gonna be rich ever again. Crypto pumps are fucking over. Finding free money on the fucking floor is over. Dumb jobs that people are getting overpaid for are over. We are back to the brutal realities. The harsh reality of business is going to become harder than it's ever fucking been. And I can't wait, because guess what happens when times get hard? People who are good at the game get richer than they've ever been. So, I no longer have to play with the retards. That's what I was doing. I was sitting there winning amongst the peasants. The odd peasant managed to crawl his way up. I now get to kick them all to the floor. Either join me or perpetually fail. There are two versions of the real.
Giving Skyz a little bit of time to work with, trying to isolate these players. They got nades and stuns on Cellium. They know he's pinned in the back. You have options to work with.
It's a stressful situation to be in. Cellium spotted. Now the guessing work.
Nice shot.
No guesswork needed. Clinical precision there from Skyz. First blood.
First blood's on point for the Subliners, and more intel that Skyz is collecting, sending HyDra in for the kill.
HyDra now on a mission to get one of his own, and he has managed to get just over above Simp. Slasher will retreat wisely. Now HyDra will get things moving. Doesn't have a Vaznev, but he does have timing. That's another one now. Oh my word, all down to Simp as he now maneuvers. No dead silence, has a trophy. This is going to be very, very difficult to deal with. KiSMET yet to get the bomb down. They might not need to.
He's being hunted as well. That's HyDra looking for him, and what a battle that is, but Simp keeps it alive. He's going to know one player's on the bomb site as soon as he gets planted, and it's Skyz looking over. Simp, he can hear this.
If he takes the fight, he might be able to isolate these players. Here comes the reinforcements. Subliners are shoulder to shoulder on the inside of the site now, trying to get this done. Tags the first 30 seconds. Simp can do this.
And this is so much time. He can play it patient.
Here we go. A little bit of noise. The Simp toe-to-toe with KiSMET. And that is simply unbelievable.
KiSMET gets a top 5 play with an ace. Simp gets a better one with a 1 versus 3. 1 versus 3 with a trophy.
Hold my monster. Priestahh taken care of. What a battle that was against HyDra. The damage dealt here in these next 2 kills is so important. Skyz in the reach out, hoping to catch him out, and the 1v1 against KiSMET, that is sensational.
Simp the pimp right there. He has been on a tear throughout this stage. He has leveled up his gameplay. That kid is just looking for another trophy and another ring to add to the collection.
2-2 here on LSClo. And our 5th map of this grand final. What a banger. 2 more kills will net Simp a cruise missile, and he's swapped out the trophy for dead silence this time around. So he's starting to feel himself. He's starting to make more plays.
Maybe an opportunity to try to push the nerves as well for New York. You get clutched on like that, you're feeling a little bit of pressure. No mistakes being made thus far, but Atlanta FaZe happy to take their time. Subliners are not taking any bait. Nate's coming through, gonna land on HyDra, dodges his fate, but now you clear out the site. Atlanta FaZe tears are taking over.
No one home from the New York Subliners. Here they come, though. On the furthest extremities of the map, we do have 2 players. The 2 on the inside, though, they're going to try to get that bomb retake as fast as possible. Cellium with the first blood. HyDra out of the equation. Simp, find a corner and get cozy.
And look at what you do. You dodge the tears in the middle of the map. You start working the outer edges, and then Cellium and Slasher just working together, end up picking you apart. Doing so much just to take care of Slasher, and finally you get him, but basically no time to go for this retake. And with TAC 56s, you gotta fly into death. Another round. They should be able to connect. The Skyz can pull off the miracle.
Well, there's a miracle in the making.
Oh,
it's now down to Cellium. Find a few seconds. There's the read. Skyz, damage dealt. No, Priestahh. Wow, wiped out. FaZe with another banger of a round. This time it was Cellium.
I mean, there's simply no way until there was. Cellium, though, if he's the last player alive, you're still feeling comfortable. Snappy gameplay. It's still a ridiculous moment. I mean, this is a blink and you miss it, search and destroy game. Skyz and Priestahh nearly doing the impossible. They had 24 seconds left to pull off a 2v3, and they were 2 bullets away from clutching it.
Yeah, that is... Oh man, we've been blessed with some outstanding search and destroy this tournament alone. FaZe up by 1. We played to 6 here in S&D. I have a feeling this one's going to go on for a long time. HyDra looking to try to end this one. He and aBeZy have awkwardly danced around each other for a while, but that's going to be the trades. KiSMET is there.
And it's the double flank coming through, though, from FaZe. I mean, it's the same thing. York Subliners effectively tried this strat the previous round to no success. And now FaZe, they have just swarmed all the way around. It's going to be 3 players working a flank, and Skyz gets caught. Main advantage FaZe.
Never going to read the double window hop there. Less than a minute to go. The Subliners with KiSMET has the bomb on the outside of aBeZy now.
Oh, Slasher.
Unfortunate timing for Priestahh there with a Vaznev. KiSMET 1v3.
He's ahead of the game right now. Slasher hunting you down. Simp already in position if you wanted to go towards the B site. If you want to go through mid, Cellium there to spot you. Looks like he was just quiet enough to get the bomb down, but he's going to be trapped in sight instantly.
He has to wait this one out. There's the gunfight. Cellium, his 5th kill in a row. We'll wait for Dead Silence to finish and possibly recharge, and then we will defuse that bomb. A valid effort there from KiSMET, but simply not enough. Chance, it will be 4-2.
Yeah, and that 5 spree is looking real dangerous for Cellium. And they are flying around the map as well. Atlanta FaZe out here making plays. They've played this map 20 times already this year. That's a lot of efficiency, but that's also a lot of data that York Subliners can collect, and still there are new tricks in the back.
So top left-hand side of the screen there, you'll see that everyone from Atlanta FaZe has Dead Silence ready for the next round. That is an overwhelming advantage. They will be able to make quiet plays on the inside of LSELO. This could spell doom for the Subliners. Any kills they get early on, first bloods, a massive bonus.
If you get every Dead Silence and every trophy you want to have, that is the ideal situation on an attacking round. You have options to work with. And at the same time, it's also for Cellium. I mean, you know he loves the wall hop. He's just looking for 1 extra kill.
No way. No, thank God. Very few snipes here from Atlanta FaZe. They tend to get things done with the Tax and the Vaznevs. But Cellium playing patient, trying to get that kill. The rest of his teammates are on the bomb site, and here comes the plant.
Well, they're going to jump on this. As soon as this bomb goes down, those Subliner players are going to fly for the chow. They at least get the trades. You take down aBeZy, you're looking for Simp. He's going to be surrounded. He's going for the kill. Everyone on his screen. He still finds 1.
Finds 1. Here comes Cellium. He needs 1 as well. Here's the crack of the door. There's the kill. All down to Priestahh. And he's on the other side of the bomb. Wow. Slasher cuts him down. Map point FaZe.
Simp is godlike. He just had every single Subliners player on his screen. He still was able to find his 1 before he fell. And then Cellium and Slasher pinching the map as well. I mean, that is a perfect round from Atlanta. aBeZy gets his first blood. The trades were there. And that little extra magic from Simp just to give you the edge.
Hey,
absolutely.
Yo.
Absolutely.
Captain Price. I'm sure he's watching somewhere. It took 3 members of the Subliners to try to pin Simp down there, and he still got 1. 6 spree from Cellium. Streaks there.
Yeah, and if you're going to have a cruise missile on the flip side, that just means you dominate the middle of the map. If you're the New York Subliners, and aBeZy flies into death. That'll be a first blood for HyDra.
First blood. Looking at the bomb plant as well, HyDra. Good work there to get the bomb down, but you've lost 2 of your members, Subliners. Here come FaZe.
And Slasher waiting for his teammates to make the play, so he's calming what he has and letting everyone else take care of business. HyDra, so quick with it, loves to work those doors.
That's the second on the round. Slasher's on a bit of a flank. Simp slowly but surely making his way on towards the bomb site. 25 seconds. It's now 2v2. Slasher now hoping for anything. Check every possible angle. 20 seconds. Clock is still ticking. KiSMET wins his fight. Down to Simp. KiSMET gets them both. The Subliners stay alive here on LSELO.
That is a great off angle from KiSMET. If you're playing against Cellium, you got to be careful where you stand. Walls are not going to protect you. Finds the perfect spot, gets the final 2 kills. Him and HyDra popping off in that round. I'd say maybe just a cheeky one there from aBeZy. Tries to kick open the door, hope the timing goes his way. I don't know if he'll try to make a hero play like that again. Do not want to give Subliners any momentum. My bad, X-Wally.
My bad. Still map point for Length of FaZe at 5. Subliners need 3 in a row to get the win. Aha, Cruz called in. A lot of information.
And what can you get off this, though? I mean, there is 0 map presence right now for Atlanta. You get all the intel. You're just going to meet a trophy in Atlanta FaZe. Get no map pressure. You only manage to get Slasher up to the tower. So you have A zone control, but there's no bomb sites over there.
Subliners scurry away, and then they squirt out to their previous positions. aBeZy moving in, trying to find something. That first blood's going to be important. We've lost a lot of time here for FaZe.
And Simp drops the bomb. He knows that if he falls, you don't want to leave it in that position, so he's trying to make the high IQ play. It is a standoff around the map. No one's popped dead silence just yet. Atlanta FaZe hunting for this first blood.
Whose nerve will crack first? The bombers exchanged hands. Simp, dead silence. Making moves. Checking corners. Looking towards the A-bomb site potentially. Uh-oh, this is going to be bad. Whoa, what a reaction. Stays alive, Slasher there to back him up. Cellium managed to get a first blood out of all of that madness, but here comes Priestahh. The trades are on.
And this is bomb down as well. That is bomb down with 12 seconds left. You might just have to play for the kills, hunt these players down, but you're just going to play for the time. Subliners should be able to pull this one off. aBeZy's going to fly for the 2v2. No time to work with. You just can't die, and they get the kills. Subliners out here challenging. They got the round.
2 rounds in a row. It's 5-4. The Subliners play FaZe like a fiddle. It's HyDra's final 2-piece of the end there. The cherry on top of what was their round either way. They were running.
And it's just the ultimate patience right now coming out of New York. At a time like this, just pumping the brakes. They had the setup on the map that they wanted, and it ends up falling into their lap. An extra couple. You got HyDra on a 4. You're back on the attack. No more cruise missile from Cellium to deal with. Subliners have the potential.
Ow, says Priestahh, as the nade goes off at his feet. A nade of his own. Cooked. Forces a player to the inside of the bomb site where KiSMET now has a bit of a tough fight. We are still sitting at a solid 4v4. Everybody fighting fit. The pockets mostly empty. Lethals and tacticals are gone.
Yeah, a lot of them have been expended. Go for some wall bangs, but aBeZy's found himself in sight. And he's got the coverage over top, and you got a player on the flank. Atlanta FaZe, this is the setup they want to have.
Yeah, and the problem the Subliners face now is we can't get close to that being either spotted or dealt with, and aBeZy with a big kill like that makes it easy. aBeZy finds 2. And Slasher now from upstairs should be able to catch out Skyz. Damage dealt from behind. Priestahh, oh dear, this round is not over yet. It's still a 3v2.
And Cellium's going hunting as well, trying to wrap around. He's got the dead silence, and he doesn't see him. Priestahh, this is a 2v2, but you're running out of time, and that bomb is still down.
The Subliners have somehow salvaged this situation after aBeZy's start. aBeZy's still on for it. Deady popped, 20 seconds to roll. You have to recover the bomb and get the plant if you're the Subliners, or deal with the terrors. 1 though, down. Skyz taken care of, 1v1, 10 seconds. Priestahh, he does have the bomb. He can plant this. And aBeZy now can make moves. It's a 1v1. aBeZy now trying to make the approach. Priestahh making the moves. Toe to toe. The next gunfight will seal it. As we dance around the bomb site. Priestahh gets it. It's 3 in a row for New York, and now it's round 11.
A 2 versus 4 for the AR players of New York Subliners. Clutching up for the team. And this is the square-up map of all square-up maps for the Edge in the series. Your 2 best to CeeLo search and destroy teams. Round 11. Couldn't have it any other way.
Priesthah's on a 4 spree. You forget all about the Expo. Heroics have pushed it this far. Can we make it 4 in a row for New York, or will FaZe close it out? Here we go. One last round.
That bomb site has been left open on defense. They're going to be working the flanks, but look at Atlanta FaZe. This is a round 11. This is bomb going to go down in the first 20 seconds.
Deady pops. Got him. HyDra flies in. Catches 1. Got him. ruthless aggression as the Phenom finds two. Priestahh takes Cellium and Slasher. What can he do? Nothing. It is impossible. I don't believe my eyes. New York take the lead. The comeback was in. New York Subliners. Oh, they are built different. Now that, I think, might be one of the best LSELO S&Ds we see on the year. Wow. Elation across the faces of the New York Subliners. We're not done yet, boys. Yeah, headsets back on. There's plenty more COD to play. For FaZe, though, a test of the metal as they bend, Trans. They didn't necessarily break, but the Subliners managed to sneak in that final round.
I mean, look, when we do the top 5 plays from the major, 3 of them are going to be in that game. KiSMET popped an ace. The next round, Simp has a 1v3. You had a near 2v4 clutch from Skyz and Priestahh, or excuse me, a near 2v3. They dropped the ball on that one just to say, hey, we'll do you one better and get a 2 versus 4. And I feel like we have a mythical player on our hands. HyDra, one of the best players. All-star guaranteed, MVP if they win this tournament. But when he's kicking open doors, guaranteed to get the kill. So many on that map, destructive.
We stay on LSELO. Towards control we now go. Now a recurring trend of many tournaments, many of the majors here thus far. LSELO control has been the final map. I highly doubt it will be in this series because God only knows where we go, but highlights here from that very memorable LSELO.
I mean, we're just showing off a little bit of the Skyz highlight reel before we really start to get to the goods. Well, here's some action for the 1 versus 3. That is Simp world-starring players. That is Simp clutching. That is Simp outplaying you. This was the near 2 versus 3 from the ARs of the Subliners in a moment where they had 24 seconds to pull that one off. And then it is just ridiculous play out of ridiculous play. A 5-2 lead from Atlanta FaZe, and they collapse.
Woo! That's one we're going to talk about for a while. We stay on LSELO, Chance. Once more in this series, we play Control next. Stats are out the window.
How about, like, on the long-term game, the trust that the New York Subliners have in each other? They come out, win the first tournament, and they basically see no success up until this tournament. They struggle at the majors. They bomb out of a couple. They had so many struggles on LAN. They trust each other. They stuck together, and here they are, 1 map away, and they take away another chip.
Wildly frustrating situation to be in for FaZe. I mean, you had them dead to rights for quite some time, but they could not close it out. HyDra, 11-8.
And look, the 7 first bloods out of FaZe still took the L. Both teams 5 bomb plays. That is every round. Success on the objective, 2 bomb diffusers. Everything is so comparable. Even the accuracy. The difference maker, though, that final round. New York Subliners, 2 clean, 2 quick with it. Even just for that instant retake. Like, you talk about the aggression from Atlanta in a situation as intense as that, just to kick the doors open and get the bomb down. Subliners, it is the exact same thing. They just pounce on you. Out here playing like animals.
Speaking of animals, the squirrel on the stage is now 1 map away from the New York Subliners. There's something happening on stage right now. Sender getting involved one last time. Wind in their sails right now for New York. But look at the championships won in their overall careers, and these teams, they are stacked sharp.
I mean, look at this former teammate as well. Recently playing the old trio as well on FaZe back in the day, so his numbers are up there. Skyz, HyDra, and KiSMET simply going on. Yeah, I mean, HyDra and KiSMET
ladies and gentlemen. The York Subliners have somehow put themselves at tournament points now. If they win this LSE low control, it's all over. FaZe force one more final search and destroy. It's a showdown on Mikado for game 7.